almost 3 o'clock right now. I'm in my office. I feel absolutely terrible. I'm having to get used to the fact of having high blood pressure. I think my blood pressure last night was 140, 148 over 101. I don't remember. I took a picture of it. And then this morning, it was still like 148 last night and then 139 this morning. But anywho, I have a launch coming up and I just want to like get my room together. That's what we're doing today, the makeover. I mentioned I would let you guys see me painting all the wood and everything. And I think I showed you the other day that I did a little sample on a popsicle stick. This morning I woke up and I saw them dried and I was like, that looks okay. You know, it's not bad at all, but it's not quite what I thought it was going to be. I used this one. It's called Bark Brown, which is good. So if you want this color, I would go with this one. But I do have another folk art paint, which this one is a chalk paint. The other one is not a chalk paint. It's just premium acrylic paint, it says. Now, this one is much darker and it's called Java. That's how much darker it looks. And so I went back and I stained it again, but much darker. And now this is the difference. And I don't even know if you can really see that. You definitely will see the difference in this. Like, I think this is going to look so much better with this versus this. I don't think that I'm going to get an exact match of that wood, you know, because that came professionally done like that. But I will say that I think this is good. Does it look like something's on my lip? It looks like there's something on my lip, but there's not. Maybe it's just the light. Maybe it's just the light bouncing off my lip. So I keep getting distracted by that. So what's on the agenda for the day is to stain all the wood. Every little bit of wood that I have in here is going to get stained. And then my goal is to also clear off the shelf back here, like just clear off everything, and probably I'll put it on this table that you guys are sitting on right now. And then the last thing I want to do is to wipe down this wall. If I get close enough, you guys will see the scuff marks and everything that's like all over this wall, which is kind of weird because I've barely been in this room. It might look like I'm in here all the time, but I'm hardly in here. So let's go ahead and get started with staining first and then clearing off the shelves. The last thing is to wipe the wall down. I had to bring all of the wood in here into the living room under the fan so it could dry. But I definitely think that I messed up on this batch. I think I might have added, there's no thinking, I definitely added too much water. Some of the boards, I won't say they look warped, but you can kind of see it just a little bit. It's not terrible. Oh god, look at my hands. I don't even think you can really see it on camera because it's not that noticeable. They're just looking a little ashy. They're not necessarily looking like these. Like these turned out really well. I did these this morning. The back has my fingerprints on it a little bit, but that's okay because the back is going to be on the wall, so you're not even going to see the back side of it. I think I definitely used too much water, so I'm letting them dry now. If I completely ruin them, that would be 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it's 13, 13 boards over there. So it might be $13 ruined, which some might say, oh, that's not really a lot, but I started to panic midway through because the wood wasn't looking the same. I'm like, wait, did I get the wrong boxes or whatever? But they look exactly the same because I got these from 2 different stores. Like the grain of the wood did not look the same. So then I started to panic. Then I added more water, and then I think it went downhill from there. I mean, it could totally be salvageable. I don't know that yet. I'm letting them dry, but like, yeah, I didn't mean to put that much water, but let me show you them so you can maybe see what I mean. You probably don't even really see what I mean, but most of these are turned over to the back sides of them, so it's not the front. The back side wood is not finished compared to the front. You can definitely tell this is unfinished wood. It's just looking ashy compared to these. It just needs to be just a little bit more darker. It's not as bad as I thought, I guess, but you can definitely see that definitely looks a little bit more ashy than that one. I'm sure they will be fine, and maybe it's my camera also. But here's what we got so far. Today is June 28th, and I don't remember what day I stopped recording, but I definitely did stop recording because I had a freak out moment. I was over here on this side painting some of these boards, and I had a freak out moment because I have OCD. So then it starts to spiral and I start to catastrophize things. And I was just like, it's about to be a disaster. I'm like, oh, you soaked the wood too much. I felt like I had ruined all of it. This was at least $15 worth of wood over here. And so I felt like I had ruined it all. I'm like, I can't keep going. So I cut the video off. I haven't been back filming since, but we are back today to get it together. The point of getting this room together is because I'm really trying to do better with my business, and my office is going to be a big part of that. Actually, let me show you the state of this room right now. Okay, so here is the state of the room. That's the bag from the Dollar Tree. This is all the stuff that I kind of just piled up over here on this side. I have to clear off pretty much all of that. I also have to clean this wall off. I don't know if you can see those marks. Before I hang my shelf, here's where I've just been letting things dry over there. Not to mention this tote that just kind of is like, it normally sits over here on this side because I have no space in that closet. I have like 3 other mannequins in there. Fabric at the top row, which is fabric that I don't use anymore, and then it's like books from fashion school. I had to go to like a 2-year college to even get into a 4-year college first to get more credits, but anywho, so all the books and everything is just in that closet, and so there is no room, but I'm gonna make it work with the decor. have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. Like zero. I don't have a way to measure this. We're just gonna kind of YOLO it. Ugh, maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe I should put the shelf back here so I can see how it's gonna level up. I feel like right here would be good. I'll make a little mark right here. I just feel like it's not as leveled. There's a weird arch in this bottom wood. I don't know about this wood. I feel like this one might fall. I didn't notice it when I bought it, but I noticed when I got it home, there's like a weird arch in it. So I feel like it's not leveled with the wall correctly, but we're still going to give it a try. I think right there would be nice. Let's see. Maybe if I could start like right here. Let me see. Is this the janky way to do this? Yes, it absolutely is. I'm using my old-fashioned ruler, but we're gonna do it anyway. I feel like right here would be good. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe if I see two, all of them could kind of. I feel like that's about 4 shelves worth. Oh no. Where's my marks? Lord, I just lost it. Okay. Is that too low? I hope I didn't mess this up and totally glue this wrong, but or else the board itself is just not the same size. That's so weird because when I put them together, they're just about the same size. Oh, this one is definitely not the same size. That's bad. But I still feel like I can get it pretty close to where, and it's dark enough to where you probably wouldn't even notice it. I think my biggest concern is like where to start them, like where to start and end them at. Like that's my concern. Oh yeah, that one. That middle, or this one right here, is not as leveled as the rest of them, but that's just the wood. Like it's not even me. I thought maybe I painted it wrong or something like that, but I just think in general that wood is a little bit bigger than it should be. Well, now that I turned it over, now that, well, it just sticks out a little bit. The top feels a little bit more even. So let's see. Maybe I can puzzle this together and see. That's even with that. That feels even. Like there's no way around that. So I don't know. Now for the height. I'm gonna go for it. If it looks stupid, then I'll have to take it back down and retry it later. But sometimes you just gotta go for it. And I am getting so hot in here that I have to just go for it. Oh wow, it feels like jelly almost. That's pretty thick. So I guess just put it on the first shelf and we gonna see. Let's just get the first 2 pieces like along like the end pieces on. This feels so weird. It feels so sticky and like jelly. Oh god, it's so sticky. Maybe like right there. I don't know anymore. Oh, yeah, that's really on there. Left-handed scissors. Okay. First piece on. Well, not yet. Wait. Now this looks too big. Oh no, it's fine. Okay, first piece. Is that too big? It might be just right actually. But I gotta put it like right at the top. First piece is on. I'm so nervous about this, but the first piece is on there. Oh yeah, I cut like okay, so I'm gonna cut that little piece off. We're gonna put that right in the middle. I'm gonna put this little piece right there. It's so much harder than it looks. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is so hard to peel off of here. Okay, here we go. I'm so nervous. Okay. Let's see. Okay. First one, right. The first one is up. Oh my goodness. That only took me like 40 minutes. Okay. I feel like that might look a little weird. Maybe I did it a little too high. I don't know. I truly don't know. We're going with it. We're going with it. It's too late. It's too late now. I just gotta get it as close as I possibly can. Okay, so I think I'm gonna cut all the pieces of tape, put them onto the boards, and then you guys could just see me like peeling them and putting them on the wall because Lord, I've been recording for like almost an hour just to do this. It's ridiculous. So I put tape on every single board so I could just peel the tape off and put it up there. Okay, moment of truth is to put this like right up next to each other so it looks like it's all one shelf, but it's definitely not. So let's see. This is the scary part. Okay, not too bad. I am still nervous that it might fall at some point, but for now, it's okay. I feel like there is sweat dripping down. It is so hot in here. No, that looks bad. That looks so bad. I can see the unevenness. Oh my goodness. No. This was one of my fears. I think that looks slightly better till I can fix it. I don't really know. I just used more of the tape, but underneath the board. I put some tape underneath here to hold these two in place. I might could even take some glue like right here at the top and put it in place and like clamp it because this one is drooping for some odd reason. I have no idea why. When I first did this, it was like together and now it's just acting so weird. I feel like that's giving it a little lift. It definitely needs more. So I think a little bit of glue and like clamp it for a day might help it to not droop so much. I might just sand it down a little bit as well because it's just sticking out a little bit further than the other ones, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So it is kind of what it is. I don't think there's anything else I can do right now to fix that. So let me come back and see again. Okay, it's not great, but it's better, right? Let's just see it with the art prints on it and see how it works. I planned on putting these in plastic with a little cardboard behind it so it will sit up versus just drooping here. If I had another row, then a whole other row would go right here. But for right now, this is all I have anyway, which I might not even have these for very long. I'm working on some new art prints now. Let's see. Let's take a step back. Is that terrible? What y'all think? Y'all think it looks really bad? I don't think it looks terrible. I do think that it should be down more, but we'll just have to fix that later. If we just put the rest of the stuff onto the shelf, I think maybe we'll get an idea then how bad this looks or if it can be salvaged. I want to start with my flowers first. Maybe it'll bring me a little bit of joy because what is going on? So I'm going to cut all these tags off. I had an idea of all these different baskets, these smaller baskets. I was thinking they would go on the bottom for all of my materials and stuff that I use for my small business. So yeah, I was thinking like these baskets down there on the bottom shelf. Of course, it needs to be filled with something, but then I was thinking for this row right here to have inventory. So like I'm going to be making more of these So just like picture this on that shelf down there. I'm slightly disappointed in my shelves, but I do think it could have went down a couple inches actually, like right above that would have been perfect. But here we are. I feel like it's too late for me to take it down and move it down because I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I might have to figure out like where to put everything, but I mean, that's not truly bad, but it ain't good. And if you're wondering why there's a mason jar right there, I'm planning on taking my plaster out of the bucket that it comes in and putting it in the mason jars because that bucket is so hard to open and my hands hurt so bad. I've been back and forth to the rheumatologist to figure that whole thing out. I struggle every single time I'm trying to get the plaster open. And I just thought like the bucket is going to look kind of weird over here with everything else. So I decided to get a mason jar, but I honestly need two of those. This is like 6 pounds and this is so hard to get off of here. Every single time I try to open this, I can't get it open. Maybe the mason jar would help to not have to do that, but I'm pretty sure I'm definitely going to need two of those to put all that 6 pounds in there and then put the little scooper that comes in it inside of the jar. But yeah, you see how high this is? I feel like if I was like right here, the shelf should be like right there already. I feel like that's what should happen because I want to be able to like take pictures and have it right here. Now I wish I could take it down like right now and do it, but it feels really stuck on there. So I don't know. I moved the shelves. It's been like an hour since I moved them, but I think it looks so much better already. Is it still what I wanted? I don't know, but this looks already so much better than it did. Does that not look better than it did? This is what I mean. Like when I get about like right here in my camera view, I at least want majority of the shelf in the shot with the bottom shelf. So that's what I was aiming for. Could it have been maybe just a wee bit lower? Maybe by an inch, possibly two. But I think this is already so much better. And now I'm completely out of tape anyway to try anything else. So it'll have to stay like this, but I'm happier with that than I was the last one. So yeah, I just have my chalk paints, all of my molds and everything for my plaster. I have some clay keychains that I made. I have my empty mason jar right there again because I'm going to fill it with that plaster right there. I found this light here that I also found at Dollar Tree at a totally separate time. I've been had that for a while now. I think it has a better use now than what it did then. And then the glass, I still love these. I love the flower. I think this was probably one of the best purchases was this. Could it be fuller? Maybe. So I don't know if I'll go back and get a whole nother set of the same ones and fill it up even more. But for now, I think that's fine. Now my sewing machine and serger need a good wipe down because they are dusty. I haven't used it in years since I stopped sewing. But you see that? You see that? How that looks? I like that. I love just like, and then it's right there in the shot. See, that's more so what I wanted. I'm just imagining with a bigger tree, maybe a bigger lamp or like a ball. What are those like paper lantern things? Maybe right there in the future. Lower shelf in the future. I'm still probably gonna have to sand that and or do something with it. But from afar and from the front, you can't really tell. I was going to use this frame to put my clay pins in. I see a lot of people using frames as ring or jewelry holders. And I thought that that would be a cool idea for the clay pins. So I might still do that. But now it's looking kind of cute there. It's like an actual picture. This was supposed to be for inventory in all of my projects that I'm doing. So I have to think about it in that way versus it looking so like cutesy or whatever. Going for functional, but still with the vibes, you know? But yeah, overall, I think it looks okay back there. But I need a new picture for my website. And I needed just something on this back wall that kind of represents my brand and my style and aesthetic. So the website will look nicer so people will be able to trust the website. Like that's the goal. I feel like that would be a better thing to do, especially now that I'm like switching my content style up a little bit to display it versus always have to verbally use those like call to actions or CTAs like go buy my print. You know, it's just there. It's there all the time in every single video. That was kind of the point. But also for social media. I feel like I can never just take pictures because nothing is ever really done in here. They're just like blank walls, you know. If you enjoyed this video today, I would appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up, comment, share it with a friend, subscribe, stick around for more makeover series. I don't only have my office to do, I have my entire apartment to do, and we have a lot to get done, like a lot. Everything else also has bare walls. The kitchen, the bathroom, the living room, especially my other bedroom, just empty. It's been a while and it's time to get it together.